What it do, flight crew? FTC. Flight team stand up! It may be May, but June is on the way. We got the 2025 NBA Draft Lottery presented by State Farms, the official results. Guys, can you believe it's already the summer of 2025? It just felt like the NBA season just started. Here we are, man. We got new talent about to come in through to the new year for the NBA 2025-2026 season, as we always usually do. Let's check out the lottery. Let's see what pick my Warriors even get also in this draft and everything too.
Time to meet the representatives who are on stage tonight. Representing Sacramento is guard Keon Ellis. Not a far road trip, Chicago sent forward Matas Buzelis, the 11th pick in last year's NBA draft. Representing Dallas is four-time NBA All-Star Rolando Blackman. Portland has sent forward Kimani Kamara. Representing Houston is two-time NBA champ and Hall of Famer Hakeem Olajuwon. Hakeem, your Rockets were the 2 seed in the West this past season. What would the addition of a lottery pick mean to this team's championship goal?
It would reinforce the team. Very balanced team.
The Rockets just played the Warriors. Bro, I almost damn near looked over there. How are the Rockets in the damn lottery? How are the Rockets in the lottery, bro? That's kind of weird.
Yeah, about the victory.
You just finished playing the Warriors. You don't get a top 5 pick? What the hell's going on with the NBA?
By having an additional strength to the team, it was great.
Hakeem, good luck. Thank you so much. Let's stay in Texas. The Spurs, they sent new head coach Mitch Johnson taking over for El Jefe, the legend. That is Greg Popovich. Representing Toronto is President Masai Ujiri. Brooklyn has sent head coach
I'm going to check out that Daniel Gafford clip after.
Representing Philadelphia is guard Jared McCain, the 16th pick in last year's
NBA
NBA draft. Another former Duke stars in the house, Zion Williamson, the first
the Pelicans don't get a high pick.
Representing New Orleans. Zion, you were in Chicago.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I want to see Zion traded at this point. I feel like even if they bring in some talent or whatever for the Pelicans,
you
gotta go to a team like the Heat.
I was nervous, but I was really excited. Just like right now, I'm super excited to see how the night goes.
All right, good luck to the Pelicans, Zion. Thank you so much. Representing Charlotte is head coach Charles Lee. As for Washington,
same with LaMelo. I want to see LaMelo get traded.
14th pick of last year's NBA draft. And representing Utah is co-owner Ashley Smith. We ready to go? On the stage, that's NBA Chief Security Officer Leon Newsom. He's escorting the only man in this ballroom who knows the results of the draft lottery.
Does he like make all the rules for the league?
And Young, who's
tell him to give the playoffs more of a rest, bro.
And now,
whereas in a week off.
Here's
some.
Deputy Commissioner and Chief.
Yeah, just play the Rockets and then go into playoffs 48 hours later.
Lottery picks of the 2025 NBA draft.
All right, here we go.
Thank you, Kevin, and good luck, everyone.
I didn't see my Warriors in here though. Maybe it's because we're in a playoff still. So we don't got a top 14 overall pick.
Pick in the 2025 NBA draft presented by.
It don't make sense because we just finished playing the Rockets 7 days ago, but they get a top 14 overall pick like chance. That's weird, bro.
The San Antonio Spurs.
San Antonio receives this pick from Atlanta
Spurs
due
get
to
the
the
14.
DeJounte Murray trade in 2022.
The 13th pick goes to.
I ain't gonna lie, it kind of sucks for the Spurs to get them, even though 14 is kind of low. It sucks because it's just like, bro, they got injuries all season, so they just was out of playoff contention and shit. But they got talent to make the playoffs.
As expected, Atlanta received
got the Hawks
this
next.
pick from Sacramento due to the Kevin Huerter trade.
I ain't gonna lie, Trae Young's out of there. They didn't get a top 5 pick. Young's out of there.
In 2022.
Picking 12th in the NBA draft will be the Chicago Bulls.
Bulls.
The 11th pick belongs to
what?
The Portland Trailblazers.
Damn, the Blazers get a low pick.
That means Dallas has moved inside the top 4. The Mavericks have never won the lottery.
Pick number 10 will be made by the Houston Rockets.
Houston receives this pick from Phoenix.
All right, at least they ain't get a top 5 pick. But 10 is still pretty high for a team that we just finished playing 7 days ago.
Multiple previous trades.
The 9th pick goes to the Toronto
Raptors.
That means the Spurs are in the top 4 with 2 teams jumping into the top 4. That means the Sixers will lose their pick to the Thunder because it's outside the top 6.
The 8th pick in the NBA draft belongs to the Brooklyn Nets.
Hey, Nets is cooked for the next
Pick
10
number
years,
7
bro.
will be made by the New Orleans Pelicans.
Zion out of there. They needed a top 5 pick. Oh, bro, I feel bad for Zion, bro. He's fighting back tears, man. There is nothing the Pelicans can do. Request that trade. I don't blame him. Right now, he should be on his phone talking to his agent. Hey, bro, get me up out of here, bro. They ain't even get the top 5 overall pick. It's
Picking
cooked.
6th, the Washington Wizards.
Wizards cooked too for the
Now,
next
that
10
means
years.
Philadelphia is in the
They don't even have Kuzma no more. They got Jordan Poole, and who else they got? I don't
top
remember.
4. So they make the jump, and suddenly Jared McCain is riding the roller coaster we all are inside this room. The Sixers are in the top 4.
The 5th pick in the NBA
Cooper
draft
Flagg,
made by the Utah Jazz.
Jazz.
And now we have our final 4. Buckle up. It is the Hornets, the Sixers, the Spurs, and the Mavericks.
Kevin. The 4th pick in the NBA draft goes to the Charlotte Hornets.
That's not bad.
Picking
Hornets get
3rd
that
will
one
be
last chance.
the Philadelphia 76ers.
That's crazy. Sixers gonna get it.
The 2nd pick will be made by the San Antonio Spurs. And that means
Spurs?
that the number 1 pick in the 2025 NBA draft goes
No.
to the Dallas Mavericks.
Blackman,
Wow!
all smiles.
Wow!
The Dallas Mavericks had a 1.8% chance.
Bro, the
to-
Mavericks damn near almost made the playoffs, bro. This shit is weird. Am I tripping? Now, I'm not a fan of none of these teams, so I care less, but bro, the Mavericks damn near made the playoffs. It'd have been a different story if they didn't even make the play-in and none of that. But, bro, how do you get the number 1 overall pick, bro? Somebody, this is an inside job, bro. Silver and Nico rigged it. Bro, I mean, I've said stuff like this before, bro. The NBA is also like politics at the end of the day in a way, too, bro. I think this is just the way they had rigged it so they can just push the Mavericks to just be a bigger franchise or something. Or I don't know, bro. How do you almost make the playoffs and get the number 1 overall pick? You got the Mavericks, they got 80, they got Kyrie, they got Clay, you know, they got my man PJ Washington, they got the Gafford dude, the Lively dude. You know, Cooper Flagg's coming out to this draft this year. Cooper Flagg to the Mavericks. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm gonna say something, bro. This low-key look kind of rigged, bro. This is weird.
to win the number 1 pick overall in next month's draft.
Like, even I would have even said, even I'll understand if the Spurs get the number 1 pick, even though they just got the 14.
They
But-
had never won the lottery. Again, they had the chance to get
What?
in the top 4 at 8.5. They had never won the lottery.
2025, ironically, is the first year the Mavericks they won their first NBA draft lottery, bro. They get rewarded for almost making the playoffs. At lowest, you should have been like a 10 or a 14th pick. Like,
Again,
this
they
is
had a
crazy,
chance to
man.
get in the top 4 at 8.5%, less than 2%
That's crazy.
to win the number 1 pick, and it is the 4th lowest all time
Wow.
to win the NBA lottery. Last year, we saw the Hawks at 3%. Now you see the Mavericks cracking the top 5.
Damn, and then you see the Magic at 93. That's when that thing is when they drafted Shaq or something, huh?
1.8%. And they are on the clock, and Shams Charania has much more with the winners.
That's
Orlando,
crazy.
This is unbelievable. What does this mean for the Dallas Mavericks? This incredible honor.
Well, for us,
Hey, quick poll. Does this mean the Mavericks are going to the finals next NBA season? Or hell nah?
it's been a rough year, as you all know. But the important part of the whole thing is that we'll get a chance to move our franchise forward. We have a tremendous.
Damn, this is going to bring up so much controversy. I'm waiting for that next Jimmy High Roller video about this, bro. Like, thinking about it now, did the Mavericks strategically do this shit? Like, did they trade Luka Doncic knowing that they was kind of like going to possibly take a slight loss and be a little bit like messed up in terms of doing it behind his back so they can just try to get that number 1 overall pick? Like,
This staff and management, and the important factor for us is to being able to continue in that tradition and to be able to move forward. It's a really, really great honor, and it's an important piece of the puzzle because we want to hoop down in Dallas.
What does Cooper Flagg mean to you right now?
Well, the main factor is that he can hoop, he can play. The important factor is that there are a lot of great
hey, they ain't hiding it too. Hey, Cooper Flagg is a Maverick. Hey, that's a flex, bro. The draft ain't nothing about 2 months away or something like that.
a draft class, and
Might as well
the important
go
thing
get
is
that
we see
home
how
in
guys get
Dallas,
together
man.
and being able to make our team better.
Hey, but easy thing, at least Cooper Flagg know that the best thing to do is to never get too comfortable because you see how the Mavericks treated Luka Doncic. It don't matter what you average. You could average about 35, you know what I'm saying, for 3 seasons straight. They trade you out of nowhere. So, all right, y'all, we got extra clips. We got Nico Harrison.
The Dallas Mavericks had a 1.8.
His live reaction to getting that #1 overall pick. Remember, he was the one responsible for trading Doncic, man. So, how y'all feel about this?
And here's the Mavs front office, including Nico Harrison's live reaction to getting that #1 pick.
The second pick will be made by
Mavericks fans, how y'all feel about this?
And what's wild is the Mavs and the Bulls finished on the same record, and to see who got the better chance
That's
in the
what I'm
draft
saying.
lottery.
That's, bro, it's weird how the Mavericks really got that. Like, how? Cooper Flagg reacts to Dallas Mavericks getting pick 1 in NBA draft.
will be made by the San Antonio Spurs, and that means that the #1
Now, you guys know Cooper Flagg is going to be #1 overall pick. You guys know Cooper Flagg, he FTC. You know what I'm saying? Cooper Flagg, 5-star rated player. Hey, there's nothing much need to say. I already predicted he's going to be this new generation's Larry Bird / a mix of maybe like Zach LaVine with his athleticism too. More athletic Larry Bird, if you want to be more exact.
The draft goes to the Dallas Mavericks.
All right, so we've seen that part. Let's go to Cooper Flagg.
Yeah, I mean, it's just an incredible experience to be here, to have this opportunity. I mean,
I ain't gonna lie, he don't sound too excited. Maybe he's a little bit overwhelmed. Maybe he's waiting for the Mavericks to make some more trades. But Mavericks, y'all better do whatever you can, man, to make him happy. Hey, he can play. He's worth nothing less than a $250 million NBA contract. I mean,
this is what I dreamed of.
Now you got Cooper Flagg, you got Kyrie, you got AD, you got my man PJ Washington, you got Gafford, Lively, Spencer looking like somebody's Uncle Dinwiddie. I mean, you got a few, you know what I'm saying, potential.
Since I was a little kid, so just to be here, it's an incredible experience and a great opportunity.
Yeah, you're working out for the draft now. What are you working on in order to get better so when you step onto the floor as an NBA player, you're at your best?
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, it's always about just getting better all around. It's not one specific thing that I'm looking at. It's just a collective group of things and just trying to get all around better every single day.
The Dallas Mavericks made it known that they look for two-way players. Guys defend. That's what bring home championships, and that's why they traded Luka Doncic. You are a two-way player playing alongside David.
Nah, Perkins ain't waste no time with the shade to Doncic, bro. Yo, that's wild as fuck.
What you looking forward to?
Yo,
yeah, I mean,
you know, because you know how Cooper had that little awkward pause. You knew he threw. Yo, Perkins.
I think, like I said, this entire experience for me has been amazing. So going forward, I'm just going to look forward to that, like you said, being a two-way player. That's something that I've done since I was a little kid, so I'm just going to try and keep doing that to the best of my ability.
Cooper, Dallas this is a good team. Did you see this coming? I mean, you must have thought about where you might be going, but I'm surprised. But you're going to a very kind of built team already. That's pretty unusual for what I think being the top pick.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, I didn't try and think about it too much. I feel like it's just kind of out of my control. So I'm just kind of going through the process like everybody else and just trying to enjoy every single moment because we only get to do this once.
Congratulations, Cooper. Of course, enjoy the entire process as we lead
very
into
well
June
spoken.
and potentially a new home for you, which would be in Dallas. Cooper Flagg, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.